Picture this, the sun rising on a crisp January morning. The air alive with possibility. You step into 2025. And it feels different, like the universe is whispering secrets meant only for you. For Sagittarius, this isn't just another year, it's the year. The year where every step forward feels like unlocking a piece of your soul's hidden puzzle. New adventures await. Not just in the world around you, but within the uncharted territories of your spirit. So, what treasures lie ahead? What mysteries will 2025 unveil for you? Let's dive in together and reveal the extraordinary journey that awaits. In this video, we're exploring why 2025 is set to be the most transformative year for Sagittarius. It's a year of unexpected adventures, profound self-discovery, and cosmic alignments designed to elevate you to your highest potential. From the stars above to the fire within, this journey promises to awaken parts of you that have long been waiting to shine. Ready to uncover what the universe has in store? Let's get started. Part 1: The Year of Unexpected Beginnings. The spark of 2025, a year of bold transformation for Sagittarius. As the celestial dance of 2025 begins, Sagittarius finds themselves at the heart of cosmic intrigue. Jupiter, your ruling planet, aligns with the unpredictable and electrifying energy of Uranus, creating a surge of dynamic force that propels you into the unknown. This is not merely a year to explore outwardly, but to delve deeply into the mysteries of your own soul. Let us unpack what this means for you and what lessons lie hidden in the constellations. The call to adventure. Imagine a traveler standing at the edge of a dense forest. The well-trodden path lies to their left, safe but uninspiring. To their right, an unmarked trail winds into shadowy terrain, promising mystery and transformation. Sagittarius, in 2025, you are that traveler. This year invites you to step off the beaten track, guided by the inner fire ignited by Jupiter's expansive energy. Take, for example, the legendary explorer Ferdinand Magellan, whose Sagittarius spirit of adventure drove him to embark on the first circumnavigation of the globe. Like Magellan, you too may face uncertainty and challenges, but the rewards, insights, growth, and purpose are unparalleled. Lesson from the stars, questions over answers. The stars whisper a timeless truth: the greatest discoveries arise not from seeking answers, but from asking profound questions. Sagittarius, your strength lies in curiosity. In 2025, let go of rigid goals and embrace the wisdom of inquiry. Consider the story of Siddhartha Gautama, who left behind the comfort of royal life in search of enlightenment. His journey was not defined by immediate answers, but by the courage to ask, what is the true nature of existence? It was only by relinquishing his preconceived notions that he attained profound clarity. For you, Sagittarius, this might mean questioning long-held beliefs or exploring paths you previously deemed impractical. The energy of Uranus ensures that the unexpected holds the keys to your growth. Embracing the signs. Pay attention to the strange synchronicities that emerge this year: random encounters, sudden opportunities, or dreams that feel unusually vivid. They are not coincidences, but breadcrumbs from the universe. Reflect on this. In the 1990s, a young entrepreneur named Tim Berners-Lee, a Sagittarius, followed his intuition and unconventional ideas. The result? The creation of the World Wide Web. You, too, are capable of pioneering something extraordinary if you trust the process. Each sign, no matter how obscure, is a guide leading you to the next chapter of your personal evolution. A cosmic practice aligning with the universe. To make the most of this energy, consider the following meditative reflection. Begin each week with a quiet moment of introspection. Ask yourself, what new question can I explore today? Write it down and let it guide your actions. Embrace the unknown. Commit to one bold step outside your comfort zone each month. Whether it's taking a spontaneous trip, learning a skill you've avoided, or having a deep conversation, let curiosity lead. Journaling for growth. Record the signs and synchronicities you encounter. Over time, you'll notice patterns and insights that reveal your path. Sagittarius. 2025 is not a year for passive waiting. It is a time of active engagement with the universe's offerings. Whether the signs point you toward personal growth, professional breakthroughs, or spiritual revelations, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Remember, it's not the destination but the courage to embark on the journey that defines your year. Take heart in the story of Siddhartha, Magellan, or even Berners-Lee. They all remind us that the unknown is not to be feared but embraced. For it is in the unfamiliar that we find the seeds of transformation. May your journey be illuminated by the sparks of curiosity and the guiding wisdom of the stars. Take that first step. Sagittarius. The universe is waiting. Part 2: Transformative Connections for Personal Growth. Spring heralds a season of renewal. Not just in nature, but also in our personal relationships. Under the influence of Venus, relationships become mirrors, reflecting parts of ourselves we may not have realized were there. These interactions, though sometimes challenging, offer profound opportunities for emotional and spiritual growth. Relationships as mirrors. As spring blossoms, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, aligns to amplify connections that serve as reflections of your inner self. You'll find yourself drawn to people who, consciously or unconsciously, reveal aspects of your character that you may have overlooked. These mirrors might reflect both the light and shadow within, urging you to confront truths about yourself. This phenomenon isn't limited to romantic relationships, friendships, professional connections, or even fleeting encounters can hold transformative power. The beauty of these connections lies in their ability to gently, or sometimes forcefully, nudge you toward growth. Growth through vulnerability. True transformation comes from vulnerability. These Venus-inspired relationships encourage you to drop your guard, exposing raw emotions and buried insecurities. While this process can feel uncomfortable, it is within this discomfort that the seeds of growth are sown. For instance, consider the story of a Sagittarius woman during a similar astrological alignment. She met someone who seemed to embody a version of her younger self, passionate but impulsive, caring yet self-doubting. Their interactions initially caused friction, as they highlighted her unhealed wounds. However, instead of retreating, she chose to lean into the discomfort, examining the parts of herself she had long ignored. Through this process, she gained clarity about her fears and strengths, ultimately building a relationship rooted in authenticity. What started as a mirror of her insecurities became a partnership that celebrated her growth. The path to deeper bonds. In Buddhist philosophy, relationships are seen as karmic ties that help us evolve. Each encounter, especially those that challenge us, serves as an opportunity to purify our intentions and cultivate compassion. When you face conflict in a relationship, instead of reacting, pause and reflect. What is this person teaching me about myself? How can I grow from this situation? Similarly, Astrology reminds us that celestial alignments like Venus's influence are tools to guide our journey. They encourage us to embrace change and trust that the universe is orchestrating our path toward greater fulfillment. Practical steps for navigating the Venus effect. Practice mindful reflection after interactions that feel significant. Spend time journaling or meditating to unpack the emotions and insights they bring. Embrace vulnerability, allow yourself to be open, even when it feels risky. Authenticity paves the way for deeper connections. Seek balance, don't lose yourself in the reflections others provide. Use their insights to enhance your understanding, not to define your identity. Apply compassion, remember, everyone you meet is navigating their own growth. Approach challenges with empathy and patience. Another example comes from a couple who met during a Venus alignment. Both had histories of broken relationships and carried emotional scars. When they met, their connection was instant but intense. Arguments often mirrored unresolved issues from their pasts. Instead of walking away, they chose to explore these dynamics together. Through honest conversations and shared vulnerability, they not only healed themselves but also forged a partnership based on trust and understanding. Their story reminds us that discomfort in relationships often precedes deeper intimacy. The Venus effect is not merely about relationships, it's about discovering who you are through the people you meet. This spring, as you encounter transformative connections, remember to embrace the lessons they bring. Each challenge is a stepping stone toward emotional and spiritual growth. As Buddha taught, in the confrontation of others, we discover the depths of our own soul. Let the reflections you see guide you toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. Part 3, Letting Go and Rebirth. As the soft warmth of spring unfolds in 2025, the energy of Venus takes center stage, casting its light on your relationships. This is not simply a time of romantic possibilities, but a season of profound self-discovery through the connections you form. Venus, the planet of love and harmony, acts as a cosmic mirror, drawing individuals into your life who reflect the hidden corners of your soul. These transformative connections may be challenging, yet they hold the key to unlocking emotional and spiritual growth. The power of reflective relationships. Imagine looking into a clear lake. At first, the reflection seems familiar, your face, your smile. But as you peer deeper, the reflection reveals things you've never noticed before, subtle shifts in expression, unseen shadows. Similarly, the relationships Venus brings this spring will act as a mirror, reflecting not just who you are, but who you could become. Take, for example, the story of a dear friend of mine, a Sagittarius. During a similar Venus alignment, she met someone who seemed to embody her past, her insecurities, her fears, even her unspoken dreams. At first, the connection was unsettling. This person challenged her to confront parts of herself she had long buried. Yet, through vulnerability and honest communication, she emerged with a deeper understanding of herself. Their bond grew into something authentic and life-changing. The lessons of vulnerability. True growth often begins at the edge of discomfort. Venus teaches us that relationships are not just about shared joy, but about mutual growth. When someone challenges you, they are offering you a chance to see yourself more clearly. Think of the Buddha's teachings on relationships. He described them as a fertile ground for spiritual practice, a mirror in which we see both our strengths and our flaws. In one story, the Buddha guided two quarreling monks, helping them see how their conflict was a reflection of their own inner struggles. By understanding themselves, they healed their relationship and deepened their spiritual practice. For you, This spring is an opportunity to lean into discomfort. When someone questions your actions or emotions, resist the urge to retreat. Instead, ask yourself, what is this teaching me about myself? Transformative connections in action. Transformative relationships require 3 key elements: courage to be vulnerable, allow others to see your true self, even the parts you consider imperfect. Remember, vulnerability is the bridge to authentic connection. Willingness to listen. Every challenge or conflict in a relationship carries a lesson. Instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to understand the deeper message. Commitment to growth. Relationships are dynamic. They grow stronger when both parties are committed to mutual understanding and self-improvement. The Venus Reflection Ritual. To harness the power of Venus, try this ritual during the spring months. Daily mirror exercise. Spend 5 minutes each morning looking into a mirror. As you gaze at your reflection, ask yourself, what part of me needs love and acceptance today? Relationship journaling. Reflect on your interactions with others. What emotions do they evoke? What do these emotions teach you about yourself? Gratitude for challenges. When faced with a difficult interaction, write down 3 things you can learn from it. Gratitude transforms discomfort into growth. Growth through connection. The Venus effect reminds us that relationships are more than companionship, they are catalysts for transformation. As you navigate the connections of spring, embrace the lessons they bring. Whether it's a romantic partner, a close friend, or even a fleeting acquaintance, each person has something to teach you about yourself. Remember the story of my Sagittarius friend. Her transformative relationship began with discomfort but blossomed into a connection that forever changed her perspective. Let her journey inspire yours. As spring unfolds, trust in the cosmic wisdom of Venus. Allow the people in your life to be your mirrors. Lean into vulnerability. Embrace the challenges. And watch as your relationships become the fertile ground for profound personal and spiritual growth. Part 4. The Cleansing Power of Saturn, a Summer of Release and Rebirth for Sagittarius. As the summer sun reaches its zenith, the steady, grounding energy of Saturn becomes a powerful force in your life. Sagittarius. This is a transformative time, a season where the universe calls you to turn inward. Confront the emotional baggage you've carried, and release what no longer serves your higher purpose. While this process may feel heavy and even uncomfortable, it is a necessary step toward rebirth and a clearer understanding of your true self. Saturn's invitation to let go. Saturn, often referred to as the planet of discipline and karma, teaches us through challenges. Its influence is not meant to punish, but to guide us toward growth and maturity. For Sagittarius, the summer of 2025 will act as a mirror, reflecting the outdated beliefs, toxic relationships, and past wounds that have held you back. Picture an old oak tree shedding its leaves after a storm. The leaves may represent your past, things that once had value but now weigh you down. Like the oak, you must let these parts of yourself fall away to make room for new growth. A story of release and renewal. I recall a poignant story of a Sagittarius woman named Clara, who experienced a similar Saturn phase a few years ago. Clara had spent years clinging to a friendship that, while once meaningful, had turned toxic. She felt drained and stuck, but feared the loneliness that might come with letting go. During Saturn's strong influence, Clara began journaling her feelings and reflecting on the relationship. She realized it was rooted in a belief that she needed to hold on to people to prove her worth. Slowly, she gathered the courage to have a heartfelt conversation with her friend, explaining her need for space. The process was painful, but by the end of that summer, Clara felt lighter and more aligned with her true self. The clarity and strength she gained allowed her to build healthier, more fulfilling connections. The spiritual significance of shedding. Buddhist philosophy teaches us the importance of letting go. In one of the Buddha's stories, a monk carries a raft across a river to reach the other side. Once on solid ground, he continues to carry the raft on his back, even though it no longer serves him. The Buddha reminds us that clinging to things, even those that were once useful, can hinder our journey. For you, Sagittarius, the summer is a time to examine the rafts you are carrying. What beliefs, relationships, or fears have outlived their purpose? Acknowledge them with gratitude and gently release them. The power of rebirth. While releasing the past can feel like a loss, it is, in fact, an act of creation. By shedding old layers, you create space for new opportunities, connections, and self-discoveries. By the end of summer, you will find yourself transformed, stronger, clearer, and more attuned to your true essence. Imagine a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. The cocoon served its purpose, providing protection during a vulnerable phase. But to fully embrace its nature, the butterfly must leave it behind. This is your journey, Sagittarius, a process of metamorphosis that leads to freedom and authenticity. Practical steps for the summer transformation. To navigate this season of shedding and rebirth, consider these practices: mindful reflection, spend time each week journaling or meditating on the question, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? Gratitude for the past, acknowledge the value that old beliefs or relationships brought to your life. Releasing them is not a rejection, but an act of honoring their role in your journey. Cleansing rituals, incorporate symbolic acts of letting go, such as writing down what you wish to release and burning the paper in a safe. Intentional ceremony. Seek support, share your feelings with a trusted friend, mentor, or therapist. Sometimes, external perspectives help illuminate what we cannot see ourselves. By the time the summer winds shift to autumn, you will feel the power of Saturn's work in your life. The layers you've shed will reveal a more authentic, empowered version of yourself. You'll see the world and your place in it with greater clarity and purpose. Remember Clara's story. The discomfort of letting go gave way to the joy of rediscovery. Let her journey inspire you to trust in the process, no matter how daunting it may seem. Sagittarius, this summer, allow Saturn to guide you. Trust that the universe's challenges are not obstacles but stepping stones. As you release the weight of the past, you will rise lighter, freer, and ready to embrace the next chapter of your life. Just as the Buddha taught us the wisdom of releasing the raft, let go with gratitude and step boldly into your rebirth. The transformation will be worth it, and the new you will shine with clarity and strength. Part 5, Winter Reflection, a season of gratitude and wisdom for Sagittarius. As the final days of 2025 descend in a quiet embrace, winter offers Sagittarius a rare and sacred gift, the space to reflect. This season is not one of mere rest, but of integration, a time to gather the threads of your experiences from the year and weave them into the tapestry of wisdom. The lessons learned, the trials faced, and the growth achieved all come into focus now, forming the foundation for the journey ahead. A time for stillness and contemplation. Picture a mountain climber who has reached a high summit after a long, arduous journey. The climb was exhausting, filled with obstacles and moments of doubt. But now, at the peak, they pause, Not to climb further, but to take in the view. To reflect on the effort that brought them here. Sagittarius. This winter is your summit. This is your moment to look back at the year, not just the highs, but also the challenges that forged your strength. For many Sagittarians, 2025 was a transformative year marked by significant personal and spiritual breakthroughs. Winter calls you to honor this growth. The power of reflection, a story of transformation. I recall the story of Elijah, a Sagittarius who faced a deeply challenging year. He lost a job he loved, endured a painful breakup, and felt as though life had stripped him of everything familiar. But in the quiet of winter, he began journaling nightly, reflecting on each experience. Slowly, he saw how these losses had cleared the way for profound growth. The job loss pushed him to start his dream business, and the breakup allowed him to rediscover his independence. By the year's end, Elijah didn't just survive, he thrived. His reflections crystallized into wisdom. He realized that life wasn't happening to him, but for him. Winter, he said, was when the lessons of the year became clear, and his vision for the future took shape. Winter as a season of gratitude. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of gratitude as a practice of the heart. The Buddha often taught that gratitude transforms suffering into understanding, chaos into clarity. Sagittarius. As the year ends, take time to sit in gratitude for your journey. Reflect on these questions. What challenges shaped you the most this year? What lessons can you take forward into 2026? Who or what are you most grateful for? This practice doesn't diminish the pain you've faced, it honors it as a teacher. Gratitude shifts your focus from what was lost to what was gained, grounding you in the present and preparing you for the future. Preparing for the next phase. Winter reflection isn't just about looking back, it's about looking ahead. The insights you've gained this year are the seeds for your next chapter. Think of this as a time to recalibrate your path. Much like a sailor adjusting their course before embarking on a new voyage. Consider creating a vision for 2026. What dreams do you want to nurture? What habits or beliefs will you leave behind? How can you build on the wisdom you've gained? A practice for winter reflection. Daily gratitude journal. Write 3 things you're grateful for each day. Over time, this will reveal how far you've come and deepen your appreciation for the journey. Meditative reflection. Spend 10 minutes each morning in quiet contemplation. Focus on your breath and visualize the lessons of the year integrating into your being. Create a vision board. Use images, words, or symbols to represent your goals and dreams for 2026. Let this be a visual reminder of your evolving path. Release ceremony. Write down any fears, doubts, or regrets you wish to leave behind in 2025. Burn the paper safely as a symbolic act of letting go. Looking to the future. As winter gives way to the promise of a new year, you'll find yourself not only rested but renewed. The insights you've gained through reflection will serve as your compass in 2026. You'll carry forward a deeper understanding of yourself, fortified by the challenges you've overcome and the wisdom you've earned. Sagittarius. The trials of 2025 were not in vain. They shaped you, refined you, and prepared you for what lies ahead. Like Elijah, you will stand at the threshold of a new year stronger, wiser, and ready to embrace the opportunities to come. Winter reminds us that growth doesn't end with action, it culminates in reflection. Sagittarius. Take this time to honor your journey, to see how far you've come, and to envision where you'll go next. May the stillness of winter bring you clarity, the practice of gratitude bring you peace, and the wisdom of your journey guide you into a bright and expansive future. Step boldly into your transformation. Sagittarius. The universe has chosen 2025 as your year of profound transformation, a time where the unexpected becomes your ally. Creativity fuels your passions, and introspection uncovers the depths of your true self. This is not a year to tread lightly, but to leap boldly into the unknown. Embrace the opportunities that come your way, no matter how unconventional, and trust that every challenge is shaping you into the powerful, limitless being you are destined to become. The cosmos is working in your favor, aligning its energies to guide you toward a brighter, more authentic future. All you need is the courage to trust the process and the faith to know that every step, no matter how small, is leading you closer to your highest potential. As you embark on this transformative journey, I invite you to join the conversation. How do you feel about the cosmic energies aligning for you in 2025? What dreams or challenges are you ready to face this year? Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. And remember, this is just the beginning. Like, share, and subscribe for more cosmic guidance as we navigate this incredible year together. The universe is waiting for you. Sagittarius, step into your power. Embrace your potential. And let 2025 be the year you transform into the person you were always meant to be.